I buried my mum when I was 10. So why is this woman calling me her daughter? I wondered, as I struggled to open my eyes. The last thing I remembered was being shot by my stepsister, betrayed by my fiancé, and jumping off a cliff to end my life. "Do I know you?" I said weakly. "Wait, why the hell does my voice sound different?" "Verity, sweetheart, I'm getting scared. Please wake up." The gentle voice urged me again. Did I not die? I wondered. And when I finally opened her eyes, my jaw dropped. I was lying in a room I had never seen before. The woman calling me daughter and the world around me was way too different and modern, but before I could comprehend any of it, I felt something supernatural pull me into an abyss. Moments later, the moon goddess was standing before me. "Verity, you are dead," the goddess said. "But if I'm dead, then how did I wake up in a new body? To understand that, we have to go back to the night I lost everything to my stepsister." I ran through the storm, slipping in the mud, pushing myself to reach the ridge. I tried to shift into her wolf form, but before I could, a silver bullet tore through my leg. "No, please, no!" I gasped with blinding pain. Deep in the woods, a laughter echoed. "Keep crawling, little goddess," Lean's mocking voice called out. "Maybe your divine powers will save you." I dragged myself forward, but my stepsister caught up and stomped me down. "Did you really think you could outrun me?" she sneered. "All your training, all your titles, and look at you now." "We're family," I gasped. "Why are you doing this?" "We're not blood, just your father's charity case, and now we don't need him anymore." Then another voice joined in. "Nice reputation you built," Amir said, stepping out of the shadows. My heart leapt. "Amir, you were with her." They both shared a look and laughed mockingly. "You still don't get it, do you?" Amir said coldly. "We've always been together. I dated you to bring your guard down." "It was you. You poisoned me," I whispered. "Had to," he replied. "You were too close to becoming a goddess. We had to take you down before that happened." My leg throbbed with pain. The silver bullet, the poison, and the betrayal. It all made sense now. Amir gave her a cruel smile. Lean grabbed his hand and smirked. How can someone so close to becoming a goddess be so pathetic when it comes to love? Verity stared at them, stunned. Her heart cracked open. Lean leaned down. "You passed the goddess trials, and now we're taking your rewards." "You used me," I whispered. "Completely," Lean spat, "and I hated watching you act like he was yours. But now, I win." She kicked me hard, sending me into the mud. I had trained her whole life to protect my father, enduring the brutal 500 trials. And now the two people I trusted most mocked my entire life. "You'll die knowing no one ever truly loved you," Lean sneered, punching me again and again. The silver was weakening me fast. I couldn't move or speak. "Stop." "She still has something we need," Amir finally said, pulling Lean off. I lay there, broken, as Amir crouched beside me. He wasn't here to help. He never had been. "Just give us the divine crown and sword you acquired from the 500 trials." I stared up at him. "I won't let you win." "You're already finished," Lean whispered. Just then, lightning split the sky. A distant howl echoed through the storm. The ground trembled. Amir turned. "What was that?" Lean stepped back, suddenly uneasy. Verity smiled through the blood. "You should have killed me faster," I snarled. "You want it all so badly that you forget everything my father did for you and your mother?" I looked at Amir, hurt burning through my chest. "I gave you everything, and this is how you repay me." "Who cares?" Lean snapped, stomping the ground. "Just hand us the sword." I laughed, loud and sharp. "You want it? Then go get it." I muttered a spell and hurled the sword off the cliff, watching it vanish into the endless darkness below. Lean gasped and sprinted after it, trying to catch it, but she was too late. It was gone. "No!" she screamed, tears running down her cheeks. Even Amir didn't move. He just stared at the cliff, helpless. That abyss terrified them both. Whispers of demons and death surrounded it, and no one who entered ever came back. "You trying to die?" Lean marched toward me, her sorrow turning to rage. Amir stepped in front of her. "Don't kill her, not yet. We can still use the crown to summon the sword back." Lean glared at him. "What's happening? You falling for her now?" Amir looked at her, perplexed. "What are you saying, baby?" As they argued, I made my move. They'd kill me if they had to. I could feel it in the air, the greed, the betrayal. So I dragged myself to the cliff's edge and threw myself into the void. Everyone thought this was the end. But life had many more twists for me. I was destined to become the next goddess of the moon, so I knew I wouldn't die. I just had to wait for my body to rejuvenate, and until then, I had to plan my revenge. Soon the abyssal void enveloped me. Uncertain of the duration, I remained curled up in a ball, hearing my inner wolf's painful howls. Just as I thought all was lost, a gleaming light swallowed me with incredible speed. The next moment I heard a soft voice. "Sweetheart, please wake up soon. Mother misses you." I had never heard this voice before. I could feel the gentle caress of someone's hand. Wait a second, I thought. My mother died when I was 10. Were they talking to me? Was I dead? I tried to open my eyes so that I could see who was talking to me, but I could not. I tried to move, but I could not even lift my finger. Days passed as I tried to at least move my body or open my eyes, but I could always hear her talk to me every day in a loving tone. I could feel her give my feet a rub and even clean me up. "Verity, you must stay strong. Focus on getting well soon. Mother is here and will wait for you to get better," she said. However long it took, I finally opened my eyes. Everything was blurry at first, but slowly came into focus as I looked around my surroundings. Seated beside me was one of the most beautiful women I'd ever seen. "Verity, you're awake!" she exclaimed happily as she examined me before helping me to sit up. "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" she asked. "Do I know you?" I asked. Why was my voice sounding different? I wondered. I looked around again. This wasn't home. Where was I? Who was this woman? Where was my father? She giggled a little. "Did they hit your head so hard that you forgot your mother? Don't worry, you will be fine. Here, have some medicine," she said as she brought a bowl of boiled herbs and other medicinal roots. Before I could make sense of anything, I felt a weird sense of gravity pull me. I realized I was slowly going unconscious. "Verity!" I heard the gentle woman shout out my name, but it soon faded. As my mind went blank, I could hear another distant voice call my name. Verity. This voice seemed keenly familiar, and soon enough, I realized why. Moments later, I saw the divine embodiment of the moon goddess. As she came closer, I bowed low and showed respect. "Verity, my dear." Her voice echoed softly in my mind, laced with magic and something otherworldly. "I'm here," I replied. "You've gone through so many trials and still made it out strong, child." I bowed again, unsure what to say. But the crown I jumped with was gone. "I failed you," I said quietly, a tear slipping down my cheek. She reached out and gently touched my face. "You didn't fail. That's why I'm giving you another chance. Your body's too damaged, even for the gods to fix," she said, her voice shaking a little. "Your wolf is weak now. You'll have to start a new path to get your strength back." She warned me not to try ascending to goddess status in spirit form. Without a real body, I'd lose all power, and she wouldn't be able to help me again. My father once told me the moon goddess gave up her body to save the world of wolves during a great war. Now I understood why she was so distant. She was too fragile to even answer prayers. "I want you to be whole when you finally take the throne," she said. "So I'll give you 5 years to rebuild your strength. And don't worry, you won't have to go through those 500 trials again." She added, "When you truly need it, the divine blade and crown will come back to you. You're just too weak to hold it right now." I nodded, then asked what had been weighing on my heart. "My father. Is he okay?" She looked at me with care. "You'll get all the answers once you're strong enough, but right now your only focus should be growing in power. You are my heir. The wolves need you." Then she began chanting something, her voice filling the air like music. "Where am I now?" I asked quietly. "We've placed you in a body that can survive your current condition," she said. "This girl was also named Verity, and she had died. That gentle lady you met is this girl's mother. But there is a complication." Her expression faltered. "What is it?" I asked. She took a deep breath and continued. "Time has passed since your accident. It has nearly been 1,000,000 years. My jaw hit the floor, but she sensed my anxiety and continued. "Don't worry. When you're ready, you'll return to the correct time and take back what's yours." "I know it's a heavy burden," she said, "but you must do it. Soon I won't be able to help you. My power is fading. The faster you regain your strength, the sooner you can claim your place as the moon goddess." Her voice started to fade. "You're on your own now, Verity. I'm sorry." And just like that, she vanished. Moments later, I could hear the gentle lady again. "Verity?" I opened my eyes to my mum's soft voice. She saw me trying to sit up and help me, worry written all over her face. "How are you feeling? You really scared me." She pressed the back of her hand to my forehead. "I'm okay now, Mum," I said, and she gave me a small, relieved smile. "You remember me?" she asked. I nodded. "The doctor said you might lose your memory after what happened at school, after you fainted." "I just felt tired," I asked. She stopped, her expression tightening with concern. "Did you really lose your memory? You don't remember the fight? The way they treated you at school? Those girls nearly killed you." So this girl who used to live in this body was bullied. That explained a lot, I thought. Maybe this was why I ended up here. Maybe the gods gave me her body so her grieving mother wouldn't be left alone. But where did her soul go? Would someone else be sent to my father to fill the hole I left behind? Rebirth was complicated. I never imagined coming back like this. While I struggled to cope with my new life, my old world was in a different kind of turmoil. "Look at this little wolf," Noah, my father, and the alpha said softly. The small white cub stepped back, trembling. "I'm not going to hurt you." He reached out, but the wolf slipped away before he could grab it. "You remind me of someone," he whispered, watching it disappear into the trees. Then he looked up at the moon. "Where are you, Verity?" The full moon was only a week away, and she was still missing. Noah had already sent his best warriors to find her. None had returned with news. "Father, it's been so long since we last saw her. Why are you still worried?" Lean asked, approaching with a curious look. "Because she's my daughter," Noah replied without hesitation. "She's supposed to be the next moon goddess, but no one's seen her. What should we call that?" Lean pushed. "Silence," Noah snapped, his voice cold. She started to say something, but he cut her off. "I raised Verity myself. Don't act like she abandoned us just because she's chosen for something greater." With that, he left the garden and walked toward the castle. "Did you find her?" Lean asked Amir once Noah was gone. Amir shook his head. "Do you think she survived the fall?" she asked, watching his face closely. "I don't know. Everyone knows the valley she fell into is forbidden. No one who enters ever returns." Lean took a deep breath, the scent of flowers in the air. Her chest rose sharply. "I hope she never comes back," she whispered. "If I can't be the moon goddess, I'll take her place as Alpha's heir. When Noah dies, I'll lead the pack." Amir pulled her into his arms and kissed her. "When will that happen?" he asked. "Soon," she said with a smile. Back in my current world, some time had passed and I could walk now. The new body was significantly weaker, but I had made some growth. My relationship with the gentle lady was also better. She had completely accepted me as her daughter, and I had also taken a liking to her. The days were passing boringly when one day we heard a loud pounding on our door. "Open this door, you ungrateful woman." The pounding continued until my mother rushed to let them in. 2 men stepped inside, looked around, and finally spotted me lying on the bed. They wore matching black t-shirts and trousers with short hair and tattooed arms. From their looks, I could tell they weren't good people. The smell of drugs clung to them, and their cold eyes scanned the room like they owned it. Our studio apartment was small, so I could hear everything. I sat quietly, sipping the herbal drink Mum had made. "How can I help you?" she asked. "You're 3 weeks late. Sherlock wants his money," one of them replied. "I already asked him for more time," she said quickly. "He doesn't care. He wants his money now, or..." A disgusting smile crept across his face. "Or you can pay us with your body. Just 1 night will be enough." "What?" Mum gasped, frozen in shock. "That's not what we agreed on," she said, her voice trembling. I put the bowl on the nightstand beside my bed and got out of bed to go to them. I was wearing my pajamas, or whatever my mother called them. "Mum, what is happening?" I queried. "Nothing, sweetie. Go back to bed and rest," she answered. Nothing? Anyone in the vicinity could feel something was wrong, but I didn't make my move yet. "What's going on?" I asked again. One of the men spoke. "Are you coming with us willingly, or do we have to force you?" "Take her where?" I asked, turning to them. "If you know what's good for you, stay out of this," the other snapped. I looked at my mum. She tugged my hand. "Go back to bed. I'll go with them. It's fine." But her heartbeat was racing, her whole body was tense. I knew she was lying. "Why are you lying to me?" I asked. She turned her face away. "I'm your mother. Since when did you stop listening to me?" The men were standing right in front of us. I could smell what they wanted. I could hear their hearts pounding, and I knew exactly where this was going. "Move aside, girl," one of them said, shoving me to reach for her. I grabbed his wrist, twisted it until he dropped to his knees, screaming in pain. The second one lunged. I kicked him hard in the stomach, and he staggered back. "Not my fault your mum borrowed from Sherlock," the first one hissed. "He doesn't want money anymore, he wants her." "What does he want?" I asked, twisting his wrist again. I could smell his pain. I didn't feel bad about it. "He wants to spend the night with her." I kicked him again, sending him crashing beside his buddy. "Tell Sherlock we'll pay every cent we owe. If he refuses, I'll treat the debt like it doesn't exist. Young girl, you will regret this. You have no idea with whom you are messing around." One of the guys responded. "What are you still waiting for?" I questioned, as I stepped closer to frighten them away before they bolted out of the room, and I closed the door behind them. I slammed the door, heart pounding, not from the fight, but from what I saw in my mother's eyes. Not relief, not pride, but guilt. Real, quiet guilt. "Mom," I asked slowly, "why didn't you fight them off before?" She didn't answer. "Why were you ready to go with them?" Still silence. Then she said the one sentence I never expected to hear. "Because this isn't the first time." My stomach dropped, I froze. She took a shaky step back, voice breaking. "I've been paying off my debt, like that, for months." And before I could speak, there was another knock at the door. This time a familiar voice called out, "Verity." That voice should not be in this world. It belonged to someone I buried 1,000,000 years ago. Who is the person calling her name? What does he want from a girl who no longer belongs to this world? Can Verity survive this ordeal and exact revenge on her lover and stepsister? Find out in the hit audio series Daughter of the Moon, Verity. Download the Pocket FM app now to start streaming.